Okay, so let's just call this Fat Chronicles because, as you all can see, I'm fat, fluffy, whatever you want to call it. However, I am on a weight loss journey, and there are so many things that are changing about my body as this weight comes off. I did a kind of joking video the other day about my dimples returning. And then I also mentioned, well, they didn't actually return; they just got covered up by the fat. And now that some of that has gone away, you can start to see the dimples. But that is just one of the various things that's happening with my body. And then, of course, if you have never been to this size, there's no way you could even understand. But those of you who are, 300 plus, you know what I mean. It's almost like your life is going in reverse because as you gained weight and as different things changed in your body, there would you had to adjust the way you did things, so far as handling your hygiene and just your everyday life, and so as that weight changes and you go back, all that stuff starts to reverse. But if you have been large for a long time, like I have, you kind of forget that where things change and when you had to change them and why you had to change them, whatever. So it's parts of your body become more accessible, and the visual look of them. I joked about having a neck again, and one of the things I know a lot of large people talk about is starting where they can get you can see their collarbone, and these are little things, little milestones that may seem comical to most people, but they're very real. It's very encouraging when you start to see these changes, the positive ones that you are excited about, like the dimples and collarbone and having a neck. But then there are those that you're not so happy about. But you have to understand it's all a part of the process. Somebody asked me at one point, so what are you going to do about skin surgery after this? Because, at this size, when you have, this much weight on you, that skin is not going to go back. I don't care how much exercise and how much moisturizing. It's never going to be back to its original elasticity and back to the size and how it's supposed to be. When you have body parts that get to this, when you're the size I am, you're going to have surgery, or you're going to have to just have it hanging. Those are the only two options you have. And even though I'm losing weight slowly, and a lot of people say if you lose a lot slower, your body adjusts and it'll adapt. But you can't take a body and stretch it to 700 pounds and then drop it back down to 200 and think it's going to just pop back. It's not going to do that. I don't care how much we talk about good black don't crack. That ain't going to happen. So, they laugh because I told them, I said, well, I don't know what I'm going to do. I'm going to cross that bridge when I get to it. Right now, I'm just going to lose weight. And when I get to the point where I need surgery, I have to think about how to handle that then. But I just don't believe that my God would bring me to a place where I'm a healthy weight and leave me looking like a Shar-Pei puppy. That's just how I feel. So, I cross that when I get to it. But these things take a mental toll on you as well. I'm being very lighthearted about it, but it stresses, it can stress you if you let it. Because even in my morbid obesity, this is a body that I am familiar with. It's comfortably uncomfortable. I know it. So as you're changing, as you're morphing, you're like, okay, this body I don't know. And if you're a person, especially that, I've always been a person that tried to remain confident and positive at every size. So you learn to love yourself, even those imperfections about yourself. You learn to love them. It's not so much you don't want to change them. It's just that you learn to accept yourself where you are at the moment. That is what I have done. People ask me how did I remain positive. It's because I learned to be okay with myself wherever I am. Not content, not saying I don't want to change or want something better, but okay in whatever season I'm in. And so, as my body's changing, I'm having to adapt to a new season, a new level of comfortable uncomfortableness. Because I was uncomfortable. I'm bigger, but I was uncomfortable in that. But it was the uncomfortableness I knew I was familiar with, if you will. But now this new place, that I am entering into, because I am now about 160 down, somewhere around there, 158 pounds down. So it's starting to be a noticeable difference for me. Um, because of my size, that much weight on somebody else is probably like, they reach their goal, but I still have hundreds of pounds to go. And so I can't even consider a surgery or anything right now because it's still too much weight to lose. So I have to deal with this body until it gets to the goal weight. What do you do? What do you do? Well, I'm a work in progress. So I'll share with you the things I learned as I'm going along. Hopefully they'll be helpful to you, maybe to be a cautionary tale to avoid certain things. And but what I have found thus far is that a support team around you, people who are cheering for you, cheering you on, who are showering you with love and praying for you and wishing you well honestly and earnestly, and not people who just say they hope and happy for you, but people who really are happy and find joy in the fact that you are trying to live a healthier life and a better quality of life. It has been immeasurably beneficial in a way that I could not even articulate with words. God has blessed me with a beautiful family. We have our ups and downs and our problems just like everybody else. But I have no doubt that my family loves me. And that makes everything a little easier. So, one of the things I will suggest that if you are considering weight loss surgery, and especially if you are of the larger spectrum of the weight loss pendulum, you definitely want to surround yourself with people who will speak life, because you are trying to take back what the enemy has stolen, and he ain't gonna be happy about it. So you're gonna need people around you who know how to pray for you, who know how to say no to you, who know how to encourage you, and who will keep you lifted up where you don't even have the energy to pray for yourself, and who will be there physically for you to say, hey, I'll walk with you. You know, I'll go to swim aerobics with you. If that's what you need to do. Who will actually get in the trenches with you, and it's not always going to be your family. Sometimes, I mean, it's fortunate if you have the ones who know your journey from the beginning to be there, but sometimes it's not going to be them. But if you let God, He will send people in your life that may not have your same DNA through blood, but the DNA through the family of Christ. Trust it. Pray. Uh, I'm not trying to convert anybody to what they believe in, but I tried it and I know for myself. So this is what my faith has taught me, and leaning on the Word and the promises of God has kept me strong in those times when I've been weak or feeling away. So this is just my take. This is just Chataka's point of view. Y'all have a blessed day.